Hey, Claudia here with We're Just Two Sisters, and I want to take you through a really sweet journal that I made, simply titled Norma Jean, and it is dedicated to Marilyn Monroe, and I think you're really, really going to fall in love with it. I know I did. So it's a brown bag journal, so it's relatively small. It is 4 inches by 6 inches, 6 inches long, 4 inches across, and it is constructed using the start with a little brown lunch bag, if you can believe that, but you'd never know that in the finished product. And it's kind of a double, you get two things for one with this little journal, and I'll show you what I mean by that. But so it's held together with this really pretty polka dot ribbon that wraps all the way around. It's not attached, so you can use whatever ribbon that you might like. And I thought about calling this Candle in the Wind, which just really is a song that really resonated with me. And I've always been very fascinated with Marilyn Monroe. So this little piece here is kind of an extra. It could go inside the journal if you wanted it to, but it doesn't have to. It could be something separate. It could be something that you give as a gift. It's a flip folio. So when you initially open it up, it has this little closure here that you can unwind, and the top opens up. And I've found some incredible photographs that you probably haven't seen before, and that would be one of them. I mean, the photographs in this little journal depict not only her happy side, but also times of perhaps some trouble. So on this side here, we have a little pocket with a baby picture of Marilyn Monroe, or Norma Jean, I should say, in the baby picture. And then here's a really cool picture here that says, "I only know I want to be wonderful, Marilyn Monroe." And yes, you were. You open this up and it has a pocket here that you could put something in. There's another childhood photograph. And on this side is a little lace pocket with, I used to say to myself, what the devil have you got to be proud about, Marilyn Monroe? And I'd answer, everything, everything. So cool. And then you pull this out, and here's a tag that has a scene from a movie. Not really sure which one. I think it might have been called Some Like It Hot. I'm not exactly sure that I remember. But again, you just close this up. The little string here just easily wraps around like so. And then you close the folio up like so, and then there's also a lovely photograph on the back. So that's kind of a separate piece that you can keep separate, or if you can find a place for it, you could put it inside the journal. So this is the actual cover of the journal, and it's a lovely picture of Marilyn, and it has these pretty embellishments on it. It's sewn all the way around the edges, has a sewn-in spine with the journal itself, that is covered with this really pretty polka dot ribbon. And on the back, it has this great photograph of Marilyn putting her lipstick on. Let's open her up. So when you first open it up, on the inside cover, there's this another gorgeous photograph here. And it has a little folio that pulls out of the top. And when you open it, it opens a couple of different ways here. So there's a photograph here, a little tablet, and also another kind of a pin-up photo. That just folds up as so and slides down into that pocket. Everything in my journals can be moved around. You can put things pretty much wherever you would like to put them. There's also lots of little spaces where you can add additional things. So There's kind of a blingy little pocket that has some shiny embellishments here. It has a couple of cards in it, as well as this really cool photograph. That one I thought was just very sweet and such a beautiful smile and laugh. I'm selfish, impatient, and a little insecure. I make mistakes. I am out of control and at times hard to handle. But if you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. She had definitely come up with some awesome quotes. So this is the cover of the journal itself. As you can see, it's sewn in. The signature is sewn in here. And when you open up the cover, it has a pocket that has this lovely photograph, kind of Marilyn in her casual attire. It also has this little photo album that I just love. And it opens when you untie the ribbon. I promise. There we go. Sorry that it's taking so long. It does untie. And then when you open it up, it's just a little folio that you can write in. And on one side is, there's another little album in here that is the kind of pictorials of the love of her life. Loves of her life, I should say. So I will tie that back in a moment. Right now I'm just going to slide it down in here. So the journal itself has a lot of writing paper. As you can see, there's just quite a bit of tablet space there. The back cover has a little corner pocket, which I've included a candle in the wind. And this little folio, I love this drawing. I assume that is supposed to be JFK, seeing Marilyn's reflection in his sunglasses. And on the inside here, there are some really sad pictures of, here's the famous Happy Birthday, Mr. President. This is at that same function. And then here is Marilyn, I would assume, just being distraught over the loss of her friend JFK. There's a piece of black lace that I've added in there. And on the back cover of the writing journal itself, there's a little belly band. It has this little clip here that says love. Kind of holds that in place. It says, a girl doesn't need anyone who doesn't need her. And in this, I've included quite a few additional photographs. There's some cool quotes. Well-behaved women rarely make history. And I'm not interested in money. I just want to be wonderful. That slides right down into this little band. And if you move that up just a little bit, it'll hold it in place. On this side, there's a pocket here where you can add a few things. This is a pocket on the side. If you pull this out of the pocket, love that picture. And if you open it up, the real lover is the man who can thrill you by just touching your head, smiling into your eyes, or just staring into space. This has a little pocket here. That pocket holds a little book. It's all make-believe, isn't it? Tablet, pretty little photograph. I like this one too, very casual. And that just slides in here. There's another cool one on the back that says, imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. So the way that I had this in here is if you slide it into that pocket, and then you flip it over like that. It kind of creates another flip out. On this side, there is also a pull out, and this pull out is simply a little folio that you can create your own piece of art in. You can write in it, you can glue something into it, but it's just a little blank folio or a little blank pages that you can make your own. It has a fun little pull out there. So if we open it up one more time, I'm going to move this over here. You'll see that this is the a whole another little journal in here. This is what I was referring to a moment ago. So on this side, if you pull this one out, it's another little folio that when you open it has a cool photograph and then a little writing tablet that goes down into this pocket. There's just all kinds of little hidden fun stuff in here. And now let's take a look at this. So this is the back of the journal itself. This actually pulls out, and that's an extremely famous picture of Marilyn's dress blowing up in the wind. Here's a little pocket, and I just love this picture here too. I think it's very cool. Another photograph from one of the movies. There's little bits of thread. So this is the little album I was telling you about. So we're going to pull this card out. It has this lovely little charm on it. And it says, "A smile is the best makeup any girl can wear." Marilyn Monroe. I think sometimes she smiled even when she didn't feel like smiling. Imperfection is beauty. We saw this a minute ago. Madness is genius. It's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. So this is a little photo album that I put together that's actually sewn in as well. So this has two things that are sewn in. And this photo album is just kind of, I believe, photographs of different times in her life. And if you open it up this way a little bit further, you'll see that it expands. Different eras, different times, different looks, different men. It's a very haunting picture of JFK kind of in the background there. I think there's two things in human beings, that they want to be alone, but they also want to be together. And that is the Marilyn Monroe, or as I call it, Norma Jean, Candle in the Wind journal. I hope you've enjoyed the walkthrough. I hope you've gotten some inspiration from this one. But if you would like to purchase this one, it will be on the Etsy store while it is available. And that is www.we'rejusttwosisters.etsy.com. That's We're Just Two Sisters with the number 2, all one word, .etsy.com. And there's lots of other goodies there on in our Etsy shop if you'd like to take a look. And I just completely blew that bow, didn't I? Well, I'm going to do it again. So if you like our YouTube channel, give it a like, a thumbs up, and it certainly helps our business and it helps our reach when you do that. So again, thank you so much for your time. As always, I very much appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful day.